Hey guys, welcome back to Road to 1800, and you may notice that I'm 1792 now. I actually wasn't planning on recording actually hitting 1800 because, I don't know, I just kind of found it boring after a while. But I want to share what I've learned going from 14 to 1800 in what I'd say is a pretty short amount of time, at least for myself. And, well, first, we gotta hit 1800, finish the road. We get a 1778 from India. We're going to play d4. I play the Catalan. I don't remember if my last video showcased me playing this, but it's now my main opening for whites. I've actually never studied how to play it against the Slav defense, though. I just end up taking the d pawn. Yeah, so we're going to take the d pawn. And then just play positional. Target the weakness. And we're going to develop the bishop quickly. Let's develop it here. And I would like to trade these knights, and I want to go for e5 as soon as possible. This actually accelerates because if they accept the trade, then I'm going to be able to kick this knight out and play it immediately. And of course, if they go here, then I don't know. It's probably worse for them. Although I might have to danger levels it because I don't want to hang this pawn on e2. Yeah, so let's play e4. Kind of expecting this. We don't get that. We get a knight move that doesn't look like it does a whole lot. Alright, start trading. So now I have one pawn in the center. They don't. And also, if they choose to trade, which I would say is in their best interest, I get that little battery. I'm going to be targeting that pawn, which I will take with the queen so that I don't get pinned. But we're going to slowly build up a pawn advantage. That is the plan. If they don't choose to trade, then I suppose I can go something like knight e6 and just try to completely suppress their counterplay. I think we're going to go here so that we can have the pass pawn, which can be pretty quickly, I'd say, be defended by just pushing f-pawn to kick out the bishop and then moving one of these rooks here. Probably would be in my better interest to move the f-file rook, maybe? Because my play is mostly on the queen side, and I want to be targeting that c-pawn. I'm also threatening... Wow. My throat's not happy right now. I'm also threatening to just kick out the knight and, like, win pawns. Okay, they don't want to trade. They can't do anything like play rook here because then I just take. What is the best move in this position? I want to say kicking out the knight, because if it goes here, it's on the rim. It's kind of not doing much after this, and then it has to like reroute all that. And I gain a little bit of space, because here, then it's kind of cutting off everything. This bishop is probably really close to becoming trapped in that position. And also I'm just threatening to do things to their f-pawn. Let's kick out the knight. And if they go here, then I just think that's inferior. An inferior. Wow. My throat's really not happy. I think it's just an inferior move. But they play it, so let's kick out this bishop. They go out that way, and I probably don't want to chase it, because then I'm just gaining a tempo on my own queen. But what I will do is play bishop here. And I'm actually kind of okay with trading off this bishop, because I just want to start a kingside attack. And weakening their pawn structure is probably going to help with that. And there's also the fact that because this bishop wouldn't be there, I wouldn't have to push my f-pawn, make it become weak, and I can still bring the rooks to the d-file. I might even double stack there, because that's an arrow. I might even just double stack there, because it's the only open file on the board. Overall, I would say my position is totally dominant, and my opponent should resign so that I can't mess it up. I mean, it is move 19, and they've almost spent half their time, so clearly they're struggling. Oh, they choose to take the bishop now. Because they were targeting that in the first place, I just realized. Probably. When bishop takes, I will pin. Yeah, let's trade. And that weakens squares. I'm going to defend my knight with this rook, because I want this rook over here defending my king now that this is going on. This game feels weird. I'm also threatening to win their queen. And their queen is just going to be forced into a really passive position. I suppose after takes, queen here targeting this pawn, king here, then I should be good. Queen here maybe, trying to get some counterplay. Rook there, okay. Does that not just hang a pawn? I think that just hangs a pawn. I am now up a pawn. I am no longer up a pawn. But I can take this. Because check. And then I'm on their back rank. And they kind of have to take, because that's the only way they're getting the knight back. And otherwise, they're like probably hanging their bishop somehow. In some way or another. Overall, this is winning, and I would like to announce that I am going to be 1800 soon. He says before he loses. Okay. Check. Here. And now they have no moves. Let's take the free pawn. There is no check. I don't have to be worried about losing my rook unless I move my f-pawn for whatever reason, which would be a naive move. Okay. Trade. X-ray. I'm going to lose that pawn now, but it's okay because I get to pin their bishop for like one turn. Let's just move everything onto light squares. And then just slowly walk up and eat their pawns. I would probably take path more like that or something. I don't know, we're just gonna go eat pawns. Okay, yeah, that makes it easier for me because now this pawn is never going to be defended. I mean, there's that, and then that is forced. I probably should have played king to here. That's how kings move. King to f4. That would have been a better move. Okay, they just cut me off like that. I'm probably just going to play h4 and be fine. Just shutting off everything. Alright, yeah, let's play king here. Now they really just don't have any counterplay. Because, like, yeah, they have check, but they're just going to walk me into their pawns. And there we go. We are now 1800. Oh, and we got a brilliant move, I guess. Maybe. I don't know. Okay. So, like I said at the start of the video, I want to share some things that I learned on my road to 1800. First of all is when you're trying to gain elo, studying an opening is good. When you're trying to gain skill, once you start seeing openings that you haven't studied, suddenly you don't know the middle game. Suddenly it feels like you're crumbling apart. Like sometimes I'll go into a line that I don't recognize of, say, the Benoni, and I'll just get destroyed. So it's kind of a mixed bag of know your theory and also the fact that if you study really hard into one opening, you might be artificially improving like your skill and your elo. So if you feel like you lose a lot of endgames, I think that'll probably be the reason. Study your endgames. It will save you so many games. And also, a lot of people, for that reason, don't know how to play endgames. And you can probably get a draw out of like rook versus bishop, or rook and bishop versus rook and rook. Or you can probably just win after they hang a fork when you have a knight. And also, just look at every line. Just look at more lines. And also just play more. That's how you're going to just see patterns. And going back to the thing where I said that I wanted to talk about how like knowing a lot of theory and knowing what your middle game is looking like, that doesn't equate to skill. Because of that, I would say try knowing a couple openings. For example, I picked up the Catalan, and actually I saw big win increase because I was picking up new middle game ideas. I was picking up new end game ideas. So I can recognize one's, well, end games from the London. I actually don't remember how to play the London for the opening anymore. It feels really awkward to play the London. London. Even if you know the theory sometimes, just because it feels a little bit cramped. And honestly, a big part of going for skill is finding the opening that works for you. For me, it's the Catalan. I love the G2 bishop. I like the perk and or the Pierce and the King's Indian for the same reason. This bishop Fianchetto is honestly just so powerful a lot of the time. A lot of time, even at the 1700 level, I would see like I have a bishop here, they castle a queen side, I have a queen like somewhere over here, and then they just hang mate. Not saying that that's what its inherent power comes from, but I'm just saying that it happens. And also, don't play hope chess. They will see the line. And take a break when you tilt. I tilted a lot. I lost like over 150 elo at one time. I'm just talking now, so please click off the video if you are bored by my talking. But for those of you who were here from videos before, thank you for clicking on another Road to 1800 video. I don't know why you would, but you did. And yeah, insert outro here. I'm not going to put an outro, so that's what you're getting. Goodbye.